social sites, and we're going to kind of break them down for you. So maybe you can be, a little more aware of which ones might work for your business. Facebook, in my opinion, every single business should have a Facebook page. If you don't have a website, Facebook is your new website. If you do have a website, great, make a Facebook anyways, because you need it. Carrie Rice Houses has both. They always ask me, they were like, do we need both? And it was like, yes, definitely. There's a couple of Orlando bars that don't have a website, but they have a very active Facebook page. That makes sense too. It depends on your business, but you should have a Facebook page. 21% of fans like a page just to check out the business. They will like the page, and it will go through your entire timeline to see what you've done, what you're doing, how active you are. Did you post a year ago? Great, I'm leaving. I don't think this place is still in business. What are the reviews? What are the Facebook reviews? Do you interact with people who go on your Facebook page? Are you really there, or is it just like a facade? Facebook has 2 billion active monthly users. Remember the statistic we said earlier where like 3.1 billion have social media accounts? Facebook has 2 billion active monthly users. That's how many people use Facebook. 19% of time spent on mobile devices is spent on Facebook. Yeah, it's a big thing. So here's how to harness Facebook. Create a page. Please create a page. For your business, create a page. I promise it will be worth it. You need to create a posting schedule or goal. So when I started, when I was in college, and I started doing the Ballroom Nights Facebook page, my goal was 500 by the end of the year. We reached 700. We reached our goal. But you have to create a posting schedule. This goes back to post consistently. With Facebook, you don't want to spam people's timelines because then they will unfollow you. So I wouldn't recommend posting like 10 times a day. I have seen businesses do that. I have promptly unfollowed, unliked, gone away. But if you want to post once a day, that's great. And then just make sure you're engaged with people. That's the thing. You have to engage with your users. Otherwise, especially with the younger generations, the millennials and the Gen Zers, you're not authentic. And they don't want anything to do with you because it's just some person who has put a bunch of posts into Hootsuite, which is a management software, and Hootsuite is automatically sending those posts out. It's on this date, on this time, but they don't actually care about the people who buy their product because they're not engaging with them. We always try to comment or like with our social media followers, no matter what platform we're on. You need to enable your messenger settings. When you start your Facebook page, who knows what Facebook Messenger is? Okay. So Facebook Messenger, for those of you who don't know, is the chat box you see in Facebook. So if you click on your friend's name, that little box pops up, that's the Facebook Messenger. When you create your Facebook page, it will have Messenger options, and you can set it up so that when people go to your Facebook page, it automatically pops up and says something custom, like, "Hi, what can we help you with today?" And you will have 3 buttons, and those buttons, if you run like a restaurant, those buttons can be like, "Show me the menu," "Make a reservation," "Other question," and they click on which one they're interested in. Depending on what they click on, they get a response, or if it's like other question, it goes to the inbox, and then you can answer it. That's not even a special thing. That's just something you can set up on every Facebook page automatically under your settings. Now, if you want to set up something special and cool, ManyChat is a free tool you can use. I use ManyChat. I worked with a local band recently to help promote an album experience for them, and we set up a ManyChat. So when people went to their Facebook page, the automatic messenger pop-up said, "Would you like to subscribe to our album experience? You'll get all 5 of our songs from our new album for free over a 5-day email thing." So they clicked yes. It went and it took them into ManyChat, so it stored their Facebook Messenger information. And then, similar to an email autoresponder, it just sent out those messages on the 5 days. And they had massive success with this. This is a very small local band, and they got, I think, like 120 people out to their show, which was great, enough to pay the venue and themselves. When you're using Facebook, I love Facebook ads. That's the one I would recommend because they're highly targetable. To make Facebook ads, you have to set up a business manager account. Google, it's like a business manager account, Facebook. It's very easy. It's a step-by-step. It guides you through it. You have to set up a business manager account. And then when you're making the ads, targeting is key. Facebook is so specific that there was a case study of someone who's a Facebook marketer, and his roommate was a sword swallower who couldn't swallow like pills, and he targeted so specifically that the ads were only shown to his roommate. And he made them so specific that his roommate got scared Facebook was stalking him. It was a great prank. It was very funny. That's how close you can get to people with Facebook targeting. You can target by income. You can target by if they're single, they just got married, they just had a baby, they were just divorced. You can target based off of, are they likely investors? Are they highly likely investors? Facebook knows your net worth. It knows your net worth. It knows everything about you. It's scary, but it does.
Everybody in this room is going to stop using it.
It knows.
There's a reason why it was like $1 billion IPO. So.
Yeah, it knows literally everything about you. And this is great for advertisers because all I have to do is go in and go, okay, I want to target people, female, 18 to 25, attend UCF, highly likely to invest. It's going to show to those people. You can also do your frequency. Now, going through the Facebook Ads Manager alone would be an hour-and-a-half talk. But I want to let you guys know it is called the Business Manager account. It is called the Facebook Ads Manager account. If you go onto YouTube, there are hour-and-a-half long tutorials on this if you are really want to take the deep dive that you should to get into this. Because Facebook is one of the strongest tools you can use when it comes to social media marketing. You can hit exactly the type of customer you want to hit with your Facebook ads. And you can do A/B testing. With some of our meetup ads I've run, I have done A/B testing with different images just to see what people reacted to. There's a very specific reason the most recent meetup ad was run with a group photo where they were all doing the power move. It's because that's what the people wanted. Next one is
Let's do our power move.
What?
Let's do our power move.
Okay. You're redoing the roof at my complex, so I'm just like, I'm getting up at 5 a.m. every day. Twitter. 77% of Twitter users feel more positively about a brand when their tweet is responded to. Now, this is a double-edged sword, because a lot of people have autoresponders on Twitter. One time I had a very negative Applebee's experience, and I tweeted at Applebee's, and they liked the tweet, didn't do anything about it. I was like, so this is an autoresponder. Okay. Bad on them. Like, you can obviously afford something above this pay grade, but all right. 80% of Twitter users have mentioned a brand in a tweet. Twitter is huge for brands. It's huge for recommendations. Like I said, Twitter is a very double-edged sword website. You do not want to misstep on Twitter, but the possibilities for Twitter are fantastic. Wendy's Twitter is amazing. Wendy's Twitter is they went viral this year as one of the funniest Twitters. It really brought Wendy's into the spotlight for the youth, let me tell you that, because they abandoned all traditional advertising. They just roast their customers. They just straight out insult them like a Comedy Central roast, and people love it. They ask Wendy's to roast them. They're like, please, Wendy, roast me. The Wendy's official Twitter account is out there calling people ugly because they asked for it. Like, it's hysterical.
That and Taco Bell, they now have actual signs around. I live next to Disney. They literally have signs that it says, it's 3 a.m., you're high, we're the only ones open. Literally, they're that ridiculous with things.
Moon pie.
So,
Do you follow Moon pie?
I don't follow Moon Pie.
You should.
Moon Pie's good
Moon
too?
pie is a must follow. It's better than Wendy's.
I watched Wendy's get into a rap battle with Kentucky Fried Chicken in the year 2017, so that's where advertising's at.
Moon pie. Look up the story. They hired an advertising agency in Chattanooga to run their Twitter account, and now they solely advertise on Twitter. And their sales over the last 2 years are up like 70-something%.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
And this is where the generations come into play, because notice, Twitter wasn't a thing until you got to millennials and Gen Z. You have to, and they have completely different marketing tactics. That would not work with the older generations. If I go on Twitter and I call my grandmother ugly, she's probably going to be upset. She's probably going to be really mad at me. Like, she's not going to understand that it's a joke, and that's the intention.
Only if she has a Twitter account.
Exactly. My grandmother's 92. I don't think she is on any social media posting. The average Twitter user follows 5 brands. So it is a very brand-heavy website. It might not seem like it, but brands thrive on Twitter. Twitter tips. Use images. Unless you're pulling a full Wendy's and you're just like roasting people through text, images perform like 70% better than text posts on Twitter. So I would recommend using images. Engage with your followers in a positive and realistic manner. Once again, autoresponders, don't do it. Just don't do it. Hashtag research. I'm sure some of you are familiar with Twitter is the hashtag website, the original one, or the pound sign, depending on what generation you're from. And if you do hashtag research, you can get into specific ones. When I search through Twitter in the search bar, I have such specific guidelines that I only get what I want. I can omit things, I can add things. There's little hacks I use, but that's just because I have a little bit of a coding background. But there's a lot of people who can do that because coding is becoming more common as just an extracurricular in schools. Never underestimate the importance of your niche groups. I really do mean this because that is where you are going to get loyal followers. Not a lot of them, but most of them are going to be interested. The best example I can give of this is Comic-Con. Comic-Con, not for everybody, definitely for some people. If you, like my brother, loves Comic-Con, into Comic-Con, follows all that Comic-Con stuff. My mom doesn't understand it. She doesn't understand what's going on. I'm casually into it, but my brother, he is a loyal consumer for Comic-Con content. He follows that hashtag. So, look, do your hashtag research. Find little specific groups. Like for us, one of the ones we use is specifically Orlando real estate investors. It's a very specific hashtag. We're not just using real estate investors in general. So just do some hashtag research. Instagram. I love our Instagram. Back when I started with Carrie Buys Houses, they didn't really have a huge Instagram presence. I think there was one post on there, and it was the profile picture. For those of you who don't know, Instagram is just a photo sharing website. That's all it is. It is owned by Facebook. Most things are. It's owned by Facebook. So if you want to run Instagram ads, you have to do it through the Facebook Business Manager. There's no separate thing. You just have to change the settings to where you run Instagram only. It's a quick Google search will tell you how to do it. It's just a matter of unchecking a box. 80% of Instagram users follow at least one brand, and mobile ad revenue is projected to be $7 billion in 2018, which is up from last year. Instagram is a major player for Generation Z because it is image-based and video-based. 51% of users access the platform daily, at least once. So Instagram is a huge thing. If you have any sort of food-related, or makeup-related, or even with our business, makeover-related business, Instagram's for you. If you go on our Instagram, we have before and after photos of the houses that Heather says she takes them from the same angles. We get so many likes and so much traffic off of Instagram on those before and after photos because you can do it where you swipe from left to right and you can see the change. It's amazing. We've actually had people reach out to us on Instagram who live in like Kissimmee or Apopka, and they want to connect with us and go in on deals with us. So people who think Instagram, a lot of people think Instagram is kind of a throwaway website. It is used for networking by younger people extensively. So I would highly recommend having an Instagram of some form. Instagram tips. You need to post daily during the week. That's actually when Instagram gets the most traffic, is on weekdays. You would think it would be weekends, but that is absolutely not the case. There's a drop-off in the weekend, so post during the week. Because it's a photo sharing website, you should be able to post daily. It doesn't take a lot of effort. You want to geotag all your posts because those perform better than posts that are not geotagged. So when it asks you where you are, don't put in the specific address, you guys. Like, you don't have to put exactly where you are. With us, I just geotag Orlando. Anyone who searches the Orlando tag could potentially see us at that point. So that's important. Once again, interact with your followers. We interact with all of our followers on Instagram. Something you are going to have a bit of trial and error with, and I will tell you straight out, is Instagram has a lot of bots on it. You'll be able to tell who the bots are in good time. When Carrie first started using Instagram, because we we have the same access to the account. She was like replying to bots, and I was like, okay, that's not a bot. That's a bot. You can usually tell because they say something super generic, like nice pose with like that emoji, or they're like, wow, this is so cool. And it's like, it's just very odd and it's very specific. And you'll find you'll get more of those on certain hashtags. If you use the entrepreneurship hashtag, you're going to get a lot of bots. Because they have signed up for programs where you pay for followers. So, do not pay for followers. Any business that says they're going to get you real followers, 10,000 real followers for $100 in 3 days, is lying to you. Doesn't matter what they say, they're lying to you. Because what's going to happen is you're going to sign up, they're going to ask you to put in a couple hashtags, and they're going to basically do an aggressive follow for follow campaign where it's going to have your Instagram account auto follow a bunch of accounts that have used that hashtag, auto like one of their photos, and then hope that they follow you back out of the kindness of their heart. That's what those bots do. And that's why you'll see the bot things. They are real people, they've just made an unfortunate decision with their Instagram brand. Once again, hashtag research into your new BFF. You are, on this website, also going to find very specific niche groups. We use the Orlando Real Estate Investors hashtag. We get people who message us from Orlando who want to connect with us or have properties. It's great. And then because Instagram is owned by your Facebook, this is a really easy way to get 2 birds, 1 stone. Link it to your Facebook. 1 post on Instagram is 1 post on Facebook. There's your content for 2 platforms for 1 day. So you want to make sure you do that. And it will also bring people who have liked your Facebook to your Instagram and vice versa. So you might get more likes out of it. Pinterest. A lot of people discredit Pinterest. Pinterest is a secret player here. 88% of users purchase a product they pin on Pinterest. That's a high number for purchases. Customers referred to Pinterest are 10% more likely to purchase a product than those referred to Facebook. Pinterest users' income is 9% higher than non-Pinterest users, on average. And active users spend around 34 minutes on the site per visit, which is higher than Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Pinterest is a major player, and if you want to appeal to anybody in Gen X, that's where you want to go. 40% of their users are Gen X. It has a reputation as being a mommy blog website. While it is in many aspects, it's also for recipes, and we post on there just to post the blog posts. So, Pinterest tips. Use rich pins. This is a free plugin you can use. And it just makes your pins easier for people to find, easier for other people to find, easier to use keywords in the headline. So, rich pins is good for you. You want to research when the best time to post for your specific brand is. If you have a technology brand, Tuesday. Pinterest actually has days that are better for each sector. Real estate investing doesn't fall under one of those really, but if you have one that's like technology, if you have one that's fitness, if you have one that's crafting, those all actually do perform better on different days. So if you're going to post something, see what day of the week works best for your brand. Make sure you have a business account with Pinterest, because when you sign up, you can sign up for a business account or a personal account, but do the business account if you're doing it for your business, obviously. You'll be able to do a little more with it. And create your own custom boards. The more you organize, the better it's going to be. The easier it's going to be to find your stuff. People can look at your entire board and see all your pins. When people pin your pin to their board, other people can see that. So boards are like a big thing on Pinterest. You're going to want to use links and descriptions. The descriptions are going to have keywords in them. Google loves keywords, loves them. You should really be using them. When it comes to links, that's what we use Pinterest for. For every Pinterest post, you get the option to put in a link. So when they click on it, it will take them off Pinterest to that website. We do that for our blog posts to help cross-promote traffic, sometimes for our meetup group. But yeah, the links are really useful, especially if you're selling a product, because you can put in those coupons that those Gen Xers love. You can put those on the Pinterest special link to a special coupon page. There you go, 2 birds, 1 stone. Also, a lot of people don't know this, Pinterest gets you on Google Images. So if you have something you want to show in Google Images, Pinterest is where you want to be. YouTube. YouTube is my favorite thing. Nobody uses it as far as small businesses go, and I don't understand why. 6 out of 10 people prefer online video platforms to TV. YouTube has 1.5 billion monthly users. How-to video searches on YouTube are climbing by 70% each year. YouTube is the 3rd most visited website in the entire world. But despite all these stats, 9% of small businesses use YouTube. 9 total.
I think a big thing to add in there with the monthly users as well is that's monthly logged in users, and a lot of people don't log in or have a YouTube account.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a very good point. So the reason a lot of the small businesses don't use YouTube, and Howie and Karen can testify to this, is it's work. YouTube is the most labor-intensive one you're going to have to deal with because you have to take time out of your day to sit down, make the video. If you're doing any form of editing, edit the video, export the video, upload the video, and then it's there. But you have to plan for YouTube. But YouTube is so excellent because YouTube can make you money. As soon as you hit 1,000 subscribers and 10,000 views, you are eligible to monetize your YouTube videos, and then you can make some latent income off of YouTube. There are people who make $12 million a year on YouTube every single year because they have that many subscribers. Not 12 million subscribers, but they have enough subscribers to log the hours needed for that. So, I would highly recommend having a YouTube of some sort. Even if you don't have like a how-to business, with ours, we post things related to our meetup. We do post some how-tos, how to remove a popcorn ceiling, did really, really well for our business. You've just got to be creative with it, and you have to have personality, and you want to make custom thumbnails. I cannot emphasize this enough. I'm going to show you our YouTube channel in a second, and you're going to see not everything looks the same, because none of us look the same thing all the time. You want to post content consistently. Like I said, we've organically grown our YouTube channel, just posting twice a week, running no ads. You can post once a week. I know people who post once a week, and they do just fine. Keyword research, titles and descriptions. Include those keywords in your titles, research what the popular keywords are, and then the more detailed the descriptions, the better. Google picks up on those words. You're going to want to use tags too. If it gives you the chance to put in tags or descriptions, please use it. It's much better for you if you do. Cross-promote, like I said, we always post our YouTube videos on other channels. Interact with people. We've had quite a few people actually start out with commenting on our YouTube channels, on like our How to Invest in Real Estate videos, which are a brief overview, and then they've become interested, and then they've asked if they can privately message us, and then we end up getting new people involved. It's great. We've had like 5 people that's happened with on YouTube already. It's fantastic. Yes?
On your video, can you mention a product, or is there liability with that?
Oh, you can mention a product. Yeah, if you're doing a review. People review things all the time on YouTube, and they're not necessarily positive. Honestly, they're not necessarily positive.
I just didn't know if there's liability on that anyway.
With ours, we put a disclaimer on ours that's just like, we aren't giving you any legal advice here, stuff like that. But there's people who make entire livings, as Gabe said. There's a 6-year-old who reviews toys. Now, that's going to be an honest kid. I'm pretty sure they have no concept of liability. But they're just doing an honest, impartial review. And if they went out and bought the product, it's not like they're being paid to do the review. They're just doing it in their own free time.
the liability comes more with if you're doing a review and you use like Fergie's Glamorous to enter into it, then it's like you're using somebody else's content. So products you're allowed to review because that's freedom of speech, but when you're using something to enhance your video, like someone else's video, if you use like a Tide, if you're reviewing Tide and then you end up using a Tide commercial in it, that's where the liability comes. Or like someone else's song, that's when you can get your content removed.
Don't use copyrighted content. There are certain websites you can go on. YouTube, just use YouTube's library of free music. You won't get in trouble for using any of that. You don't want to get copyright claims against your website. They will take down your YouTube channel. So don't use commercials. Don't use other people's YouTube videos that you haven't had a prior agreement written out with. And don't use music that's not from YouTube's library, unless you know another source. But yeah, you're allowed to review products.
By purchasing a product, you're able to review about it because you're paying for the rights to review about it, basically.
I watch a lot of makeup ones where they're not positive. They're like, yeah, this eyeshadow is terrible. And I'm like, all right, good to know. I'm not going to buy it. So, this is our YouTube channel. Here's an example of how you customize it. It's hard to see. But in our banner, we have our website, our Facebook page, our Instagram, and our Pinterest. If you click on those, they take you right to our website. Look at our thumbnails. See how colorful they are? See how Carrie's in a different position in every single one of them? They're all different. They have similar elements. They use the same font, but different. You don't want everything to look the same. You can do a custom banner. So this is just what people see when they go on a page, and like, this is much better than a generic YouTube page. Just so you know. All right, we're going to power through the next couple of ones because these ones aren't ones we necessarily use, but these are ones that could be useful for other people. Reddit. Reddit is a discussion forum / blog hybrid. It's also one that has a bad reputation. If you're going on Reddit, you need to be searching specifically for what group you're going into. Reddit is great for consultants who are just trying to gain some credibility in their fields. It's not for all businesses, it's certainly not for us. But if someone's an individual consultant and they want to gain a little bit of credibility, they can go into, if it was me, it would be social media promoters, that subreddit. There are people who ask questions specifically, like, how do you do this on Facebook? And you can answer, and it gains you credibility. And then sometimes the people will private message you and be like, can I just hire you? So that one's good for that type of person, specific people. Snapchat. Welcome to Gen Z. Snapchat is huge for Gen Z. And they love discount codes. So one big thing that's really popular on Snapchat is discount code for snaps. What is a snap? A snap is a photo of yourself you send to the company. And so you'll be like, send us a snap of the way you love to drink Coke, and you'll get 20% off your next Coca-Cola purchase. And they'll do it. They'll send a picture, they send it to the company, they get a snap in return. That's the discount code. Because of that 8-second attention span, creative and casual snaps are where Gen Z really loves it. They want just relaxed, like behind the scenes things. Like if we were to use Snapchat, it would probably be something where it was just like us goofing around in the office or us like doing some silly pose. Nothing professional. Nothing really super advertising noticeable on Snapchat. Just creative and casual. This is where you'll see influencers, which are people with millions of Instagram followers or YouTube followers. They're called influencers. You'll see Snapchat brand takeovers, where basically the Snapchat account will give the influencer access to the account for one day, and they will just record their daily life, but using that filter. That's very popular. Contests on Snapchat are really big. Replay our snap, like our snap, share our snap, and you get to enter in the contest. Cross-promoting your snap code. If you share our snap code with a friend, you get 20% off. This little thing right here, this is a snap code, for those of you who don't know what they look like. That's what it looks like. Tumblr. Say hello to the millennials. Tumblr has weird, niche, and nerdy content. You may be thinking, well, how would I do that for a more serious business? I'll show you the Denny's Tumblr. Tumblr started as a blogging platform, and it just kind of turned into this absolute monster of its own. It's a little bit of everything, and formality is non-existent on this website, but visuals are key. Case study, Denny's. This is the official Denny's restaurant Tumblr. You might not be able to read some of these, but Denny's posted, reblog this if you're thinking about Denny's. And someone reblogged, but they commented, not gonna lie, I was kind of thinking about IHOP. So then Denny's sent them a direct message in their mailbox that said, wow. Just wow. You got people who are like, what's up with Denny's Tumblr? Does a national restaurant chain really need to post such stupid stuff? And Denny's posted, I came out to have a good time, and honestly, I'm feeling really attacked right now, which was a meme from Tumblr. Denny's posted, college is like really important, but if you don't do well, remember, you can still get paid to run a Tumblr for a restaurant. The Denny's Tumblr, those are the appropriate examples I could find. The Denny's Tumblr is absolutely wild, and it's so popular that sites like BuzzFeed have written whole posts about Denny's Tumblr. It's become a whole thing of its own. So if you're willing to take the risk and get unique and just throw all rules out the window, Tumblr is a great one. WordPress, we're going to go real quick. It's not really a social platform. It started as a blogging system. Now it's mostly used for websites. With growing your WordPress website, you're going to want to do keyword research through Google Analytics. Again, that would take me like an hour and a half on its own to explain, but there are some very good YouTube channels you're going to want to look up. Google Analytics. A free plugin for your WordPress that you want to use is Yoast SEO. Does anyone know what SEO is? One person, two people, four people. SEO is search engine optimization. So this is actually how you get ranked on Google. Everyone wants to be on the front page of Google. Not everyone gets there. Your SEO game needs to be strong to get there. Yoast SEO helps with that. For each blog post, it lets you choose a keyword. For that keyword, you can make sure to include it. It has a little color code system, so if you're in the red, you're not doing great. If you're in the green, it's good to go. So I would highly recommend Yoast SEO. You can A/B test your landing pages on WordPress. We've done that a couple times. Megan talked about that. Make sure you're doing internal linking. So we have a couple 5-part blog posts, and at the beginning, we will always highlight the text that says click here for our prior blog post. And it's highlighted in blue because it's internal linking, so it'll take them right back to the blog post. This reduces your bounce rate, which is great in the Google search ranking terms. Looking forward, augmented reality is coming. The future is now, and I'm so excited to be living in Blade Runner because that's where we're headed. Zapper is an augmented reality tool anyone can use. I love Zapper. Basically, with augmented reality currently, who's heard of Pokemon Go? That's a version of augmented reality. You can capitalize on creativity and innovation. Google Glasses are starting to get sleeker in their design, and I'm betting they're going to become a new thing very quickly. Body modification, cybernetic body modification, is starting to be on the rise. They have contacts now that are telescopic. If you blink a certain way, they zoom in 200%. If you blink another certain way, they zoom out. Now, tell me in the next 50 years we're not going to have ones that you can access your Facebook with. You definitely will. You're looking at augmented reality with that. An example is IKEA. It's a quick commercial showing augmented reality and how IKEA has started using augmented reality in its business. Yeah, exactly. I did already lose the Gen Zers. There we go. So this is how IKEA uses augmented reality. You want to see how furniture looks in your home before you buy it? Augmented reality. There's Coca-Cola teamed with the World Wildlife Federation to do one about polar bears in a museum. A lot of clothing stores are experimenting with big booths outside their stores where you can try on their clothes without actually trying on their clothes, just by swiping. Augmented reality is the future of advertising. And if you take away anything from this, it's that you should jump on that hype train before everyone else does. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. So I'm going to bring it back to Howie. I'm trying to bring this back up. I'll just let Howie do it.
All right.
All right.